Israel was targeted by a large-scale missile attack by Iran, demonstrating the importance of ballistic and cruise missiles and air and missile defense systems in conducting attacks from standoff distances in modern warfare. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has requested more military aid from the West, arguing that Iran's domestically manufactured missiles carried out the attack on Israel and that the US and West are more assertive in their warnings against Iran's missile use against Israel than against Iran's permission for Russia to use its weapons against Ukraine. President Zelensky also points out that Iran is not imposing restrictions on the weapons they send to Russia, unlike the US and Germany, which have strict weapon usage restrictions. Ukraine also wants more long-range weapons from the US, similar to those Russia has already received from North Korea and Iran. President Zelensky also calls for an international coalition to work together to defend Ukraine against Russian attacks. He believes that NATO should be involved in a coalition to counter Russian missile attacks on Ukraine by shooting down Russian missiles, potentially turning the Ukraine war into a European-wide conflict. A conflict with Iran does not carry the same risk as a war with Russia. Iran is not a nuclear-armed adversary, so the risk is lower when taking defensive actions against Iran or threatening action against it if it presses its attacks too far against Western interests. There are no international defense alliances to defend Israel, so the Western coalition can determine how much pressure they want to exert without having the ramifications of NATO Article 5. President Zelensky has consistently stated his desire for weapons from the West to combat Russia, but is now proposing an expansion of the war at the same time that his Ukraine victory plan failed to meet Western expectations.